I did not want a yellow tang. I did not want it in my house. I did not want it with a mouse. I did not want it in a car. But here it comes, near from far. I did not want this yellow tang. But it is starving, so Murphy's will brang. Welcome to Ladies Begotten. Yeah. Welcome to The Lost Begotten, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in kind of fucking panic mode. Let's just get right to it for a second, and then I'll do an intro thing. What the hell? Okay, maybe that's not working. That's working. Hi. Hold on. I can fix this without calling, like, the guy from Home Depot over. Okay, that is clearly just too big. That needs to go over there. In the middle of cleaning out my quarantine tank, formerly my incubator for clownfish breeding. I'm doing that because it's the cleanest one I have. I'm debating on whether or not to actually clean out a secondary quarantine tank just for extra size. I'm going to decide that when I get the tang and see how small it is. My wife says it's very, 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 very small. So, we shall see. Now, what I'm going to do is give you a view of my fish room overall here. And maybe if I turn up the brightness on my laptop, I can see how bright this, or how dark it might be for y'all. Okay. That's not doing what I wanted to. Alright, I'll elevate that, I guess. Okay, so there is Bubbles and Zoom and my reef tank, which is occupied mostly by a flame angelfish and her little backup cast of a female mandarin and two what I can only describe as nano clownfish because they're just so tiny. And in that vacant spot in between the tub and the 29 gallon on the right is where we are going to be having a yellow tang. So I'm going to, I guess I'm just going to put that full screen right there. And for now, back it out a little so you can get the full view-ish. While we wait on my wife to return home. And I'm just going to go ahead and set up this guy. And this occurred to me, I need a belt so I'm not sitting there showing y'all my drawers the whole time. But let me see if I can tuck in my undershirt. That'll be a good substitute. Okay, so no plumber's crack today. What I've got to do here is get just shite out of my way. And I need to find a backup power filter, which should have several located up in this box here. Okay. So, what are my choices here? I have a fucking filter that should be on there. And I have a Rio Nano protein skimmer. Well, I had one more tiny filter, but I guess that's the one I just moved into my daughter's room. Okay. So maybe this sucker will go up here. Which means I need to find media for this one so it can go down there. Or will the protein skimmer fit? Oh, you know what? Yes, the protein skimmer fits. Ain't that something? Okay. A little extra privacy for him too. Yellow tangs are kind of a finicky fish. That's why they call them chicken of the sea. Endearingly referred to as the chicken of the sea. And I need to get organized here. How is this view? Do I have a view that worth the crap? I should turn the laptop around so I can actually see myself. There we go. Okay. That's good enough. I'm too tall, you can't see my... Hi. Hi down there. Fucking sucks. No, there's not really much raising it. It's just about the view angle. No, it's not gonna work. Thank you. No, thank you. Stop. Stop. Did I tell her 5 times yet? Oh, maybe she'll listen now. Okay. So, I am now going to put a little bit of fresh salt water in there. Fucking dump the rest in there. I don't care right now. Going in my sump. This is my bucket cover. You need a bucket cover so you can cover your buckets. Very important. Okay. And if I wanted to rig up a filter with a power head, I got fucking 3 just power heads sitting down there. I don't want to rig up another power head in my top tank, but I'm thinking about replacing one of my CP1s with a CP2. I currently have 2 CP1s and a CP2. I'm thinking about running 2 CP2s because I'm overcrowded with rock, and now I've got Montiporas growing right there. Oh yeah, you can see that. This guy here is about the size of my hand almost. Check it out, folks. Okay, so now for my next trick. This needs to be extremely scaldingly hot sanitized, please. Preferably like in a bathtub or somewhere you can be like really soaked all the way. High pressure hot water. As hot as your little fingers can tolerate. Alright, and now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this one too, just to make sure it's not contaminated with ick. Oh. A little too much wiggle. I'm gonna move that back in. I got that. Stop. In the bathtub. this way. Watch that tip though. Turn the fucking laptop back around because now, like, the webcam wire is just way too high to dodge. Yeah. So hopefully this fish does not have ick and is just, you know, hungry. But I am probably going to put a wee bit of Paragard into the tank just in case. But first, I'm going to set some more water into here. And of course, try to get the protein skimmer working. Okay, so that's going to go really quickly, so I can't lose track of that. Oh, okay, what did I just think I needed to do? Fuck. Yeah, look how relatively quickly that's going. Oh yeah, heater. What happened? Okay. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here, it's just the actual tank filling up instead of just the filter. Okay, so here is a biologically cycled filter. I'm going to put this one in there. For the top skin of the Chico. Oh. Hey. Oh, bristle worm.
Okay, don't throw a bristle worm at me.
Yeah, that's about to give my daughter a piece of plastic with a bristle worm on it. She would have loved that. Can you get that
Is there
clean
a
as can
bristle
be?
worm?
No, there's nothing on there. Hurry up.
Ow.
Really? Alright. Now I need to leave this one in here in my little foot system. Which I rely on a big piece of cardboard to provide. A little splash in for my plug in here. Really? Let me get ready to put this guy in.
Here you go.
We're going to put a sponge pre-filter. I always soak up some tank water with the sponge and discard that just as a final precautionary measure.
Is your suction
For a
cup?
rinse. One of them little guys. Let's see here. Hope I reassembled this thing properly. to re-stomp the groin, re-dry my hands. Okay. Yeah, that's my fry feeder. It's feeder. It's designed to go kind of sideways. Alright. Now to re-dry my hands again. Here, can you give me a water paper towel somewhere?
Yes, man.
Yeah. Do not want to have any salt water on your hands or even like up in your arm here that could drip down and make a connection when you're plugging in anything to your fish. Unwind it. It's not being very cooperative. The plug from the filter that I just unplugged a little while ago. Alright. Resituate my cardboard. Flaps up. Oh shit. Okay. The 5 gallon is full. Ooh, it's full. Okay. That's good. We can let some of that funk from the filter and from the heater, the cycled heater, settle to the bottom. We'll siphon it out. It's more organized than it looks over here, okay? It's just a highly efficient space. So I just spin around in this one area and fucking breed saltwater fish. Sit on it, rotate, whatever the plan. Okay. Alright, we have current and we have skimming for what it's worth. Chamber back on here. Well, hopefully that will prove worth a fuck. In the meantime, I'm going to siphon the bottom. We're going to get ready for some lovely PETCO water. Are you here?
Yeah. That's them.
Alright. So at least the bending over in front of the camera period is going to a close here.
We saved the fishy.
Alright. You look okay? So double boo on PetSmart for not
PETCO.
using PETCO, excuse me, For not using a blue bag. Is it showing up on there?
Yeah. Go down just a little bit.
But
There you go. Over. Yeah. Up.
Here we go.
Oh, and I talked them down $20.
Good job.
They wanted 60. Got it for 40 because he was so skinny. And they had him for a week.
Warm up the bag with my hand a little.
Yeah, I didn't have the AC going in the car at all. Barely had the window cracked.
It's a yellow Tang. So what are we gonna name her? But seriously, we're still using clear bags.
Did you see the little mini live stream I did earlier from the...
No.
No?
I've been very, very busy. As you can see.
It was really short because my battery was about to die, but Layla pointed out to them after the fact when I was done about there not being any flow in those bottom tanks. You want to know what the problem was? Their sump was empty. Yeah. Yeah.
Which means the salinity's probably high. That's fine. I like high salinity. We are in the light please now. Hi, buddy. You can be okay.
Hey, Neville.
Neville.
We saved a yellow Tang from the evil clutches of Petco.
He really is a nice little cute size, too.
Right, he's like perfect little size, like the size of a $50.
I'll probably grow this one out and give it to a local pet store.
That actually knows what they're doing.
This is what your donations to the channel fund right here, my friends. They're the first fish we rescued, or at least tried to rescue.
Right.
Mai was kind of a rescue. She just looked lonely, and nobody wanted her.
Well, except the
She
one
was
guy.
slowly going crazy, and if we would have left her in there, something bad might have happened. No, but she's got kind of like a sick serial killer, like.
She made me bleed.
Yeah. All right. So my clanky goes. Do we have a clothespin?
We might. A clothespin. There you go.
Now we have him pinned to the side. I don't know, but I think I might be able to finagle this. Finagle? I've been finagle something. Or it's just when the Lost Begotten fucks up pronunciation.
Yay.
Brought to you by Carl Jr. Now, let's see. Hey, little buddy, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna feed you. You're gonna be eating just fucking lumps of caloric, my man. Heaping handfuls. Can't really see it. A little bit. Seriously? Okay, gotta see if I can modify the camera to where it'll pick him off. He is there. There we go. There we go. I think my salinity should be pretty high right now. Oh, the camera's down there. I'm sitting there looking back over that way like the camera's behind me still. Hi, camera. Yeah. Oh, yes. We do it old school. You properly rinse it. Yeah. I'm going to bring my salinity down. Is it 2-4? Show me your shape. What's the worst that could happen with my most valuable carefree stuff? There's been no transfer that way yet. Let's just bring the water into the bag. So hopefully I didn't just do a really stupid, lazy twist of contamination. Anyways, hopefully this fish isn't diseased. It's just underfed.
They said they've had it for a week.
Fresh water. That should do it. lid. Cool. Can I have one clean paper towel square?
Mm-hmm.
Just use this one too. See if I can do it without stretching them out. I'm sliding a paper towel between my shade and my screen here. And that worked. Temperature feels just nice. Oh yeah, he's fine. We are now going to let some water flow into the bag. If he swims towards it, he likes it. He swims towards it. He's going exploring. You coming out or what? You can come out if you want to. Hey little buddy, don't slice me up. Oh shit, not that much. Oh, that could be a disaster. Oh yeah, that's a disaster.
What happened?
Need a stick, 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 need a stick.
Where?
Wand. Okay. God damn.
Spilled it. Do you need a towel? What can I do?
Wet dry that.
Then go up. Quickly, 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 quickly. Out of the way, dog.
Okay, so that was fascinating. That's why. This fucking thing is supposed to be down there, but it wasn't. So. My big screw. Now we shall wet dry back. So prepare to lower your volume.
Do you want me to mute the microphone?
Lower your volume if you have sensitive ears. Oh, no sizzling noises. Yay.
That's always a plus.
We're going to put this thing back the fuck where it needs to be.
Can I unplug the wet dry vac?
Yeah.
Shh.
Oh, that was fucking special. Okay. So my little guy. Hey, little guy. You want a light on? Is he up in the lip glass still?
Oh, he was. He just went up. Oh, there he is. There's kind of a glare, though, from the light back there.
Not much we can do like that.
Uh,
I'll go it this way. Is that better?
no.
No.
I mean, yeah. He's so cute and tiny. He was even tinier than I thought, actually. I thought he was a little bit bigger than that.
He's really very small. And, okay.
How's his breathing?
Can't tell yet, the light's too dark. I'm just going to find him something to work on. Let's see here. Let you know that stuff. Now see if he wants to take a nip at this. Oh!
You okay? What was that?
That was a glass lid falling on my foot.
Is your foot okay?
Yeah.
Is the glass lid okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was just ridiculous, so. She let me pet her, so she's not pissed at me still. And considering she tried to, like, tear me apart.
Hey, little guy. I'm going to go ahead and offer pellets, too. little guy. Want to get some food? I think that might be a very happy fish.
I'm sure he's out of that hellhole. And clean water.
Once we get her in big time. Hopefully that color will tang up on the heater soon. We'll turn that light off. Turn that bathroom light off too. Turn that light off. You need to... Really? Yeah, that's called turning the light off. Congratulations, we've now followed instructions. Okay. Well, looks okay. You are now looking at the tiny little incubator window.
He didn't really want to be caught.
He seems to be a hell of a swimmer.
Yeah, he really
Probably
is.
from the wild. I mean, that is a pretty strong fish right there. Oh.
Yeah, he's just skinny. I think he's gonna make it. The one guy who actually knows a thing or two about saltwater tanks was on break, but he came out and helped catch him to where his spines wouldn't get caught in the net.
Is that guy we talked to before?
The tall guy with the glasses.
He wanted to breed at his own house.
Yeah. Yeah, he came and he told me that he was, if nobody came and bought him after this week, he was going to take him home.
We've probably got a lot of fucking fish.
Yeah, I'm always telling them about everybody about our fish every time I'm there. Hey, my husband breeds tuberculous. And the original guy I was talking to was like, whoa, those are so hard.
I wish I could trust that you didn't have ick. I would just put you right in my reef tank.
Nope, not from PETCO.
Right?
Not a chance. It needs to be quarantined for like a week.
At least a week, yeah. Because it's a tang, I might try to hold them in there for longer. It's not for me to defer.
I was showing you, make sure it's alright.
Oh, let's just wait a little while. Let this sell that one. We name it Gonzo. What should we name it, y'all? how much money I spend just buying fucking fish food. That's okay, I got a free Rod's Food t-shirt.
I wanted a pink one.
Right. Pink ladies. Grease is the word, the motion.
The traffic was ridiculous.
Tell me about it, stud. Pretty sure that was your line, not my line. Comedies. I'm pretty sure comedy comes from a play that was put on for Emperor Commodus, and he thought it was going to be a play that was going to, tell his glorious tale, right? Like an emperor would normally want a play to be put on. But people wound up pointing and laughing at him. And he had the entire cast of the play executed. And that's why it's called a comedy. Because it's funny? Yeah. Oh. So at least he likes looking out the window. That's a pretty good sign.
I actually came up to the glass this morning when I was there checking out.
Why do you said hello and waved to him and stuff?
That's he's been
He's probably looking around for you.
kind of doing something right now.
Well, when you're done, you go say hello.
His name Ricky Bobby.
Big Bird. Snuffleupagus.
Sunny.
Sunny. Yeah, it's kind of the opposite way of the glare, huh? Is that better?
I can't, with the angle I'm at, I can't tell.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not wearing my glasses, so.
All right, there he is. Maybe I should raise it. Not good enough after all. Neville, was he just eating? How's that look, baby? Over there?
A little bit, but
How about that?
that's better. Come say hello.
I think I need to get a rock in there with some algae on it.
Can I come say hello first?
No, that's it. I guess we should come on,
What you doing, buddy? Checking out all your swimming space?
And give you an idea how small he is, he's in a 5-gallon tank.
Right?
Just a tiny little guy.
Fit in the palm of your hand and there's still be room.
Although your hand would be bleeding.
Yeah.
Because he's a surgeon fish. He'll fucking cut you, man. He'll fucking cut you. Yeah. Tell him, Gonzo. How about Gonzello, since he's yellow?
Call him mellow yellow.
White trash.
Call him mellow yellow.
Hey, Mai. What's doing, girlfriend?
Quite rightly.
What's doing? Gaius, where you at? Hey, Bubbles. Hey, Sam.
Man, they got a lot of sponge growing in there. So.
Yeah.
And over here, too, there's a little mushroom on this rock.
Yeah, that's a green stripy mushroom.
Hey, buddy.
I'm glad I spread them around because the ones on the original rock are
Where'd you go?
dwindling.
He's saying hey to the camera. Oh, hi. Hey. What's he coming up to the surface for?
We only have the mysis flakes, right?
What?
Should have probably got some algae flakes.
Some algae flakes? I got it. No, never mind. We name him Larry.
Larry. I like that.
Huh?
I like that.
You like that, Larry?
Larry Bird.
I was starting to think about VeggieTales,
Oh yeah.
and Larry the Cucumber popped in my head for some reason. And I'm like, Larry!
Larry Bird. It's Big Bird's cousin.
There you go. Larry Bird, not to be confused with basketball player.
Yeah, he's Big Bird's cousin.
What you doing, Larry? Where are you playing in the sofa? What are you doing? Why do you keep coming up out the water like that? You do that?
You want to try to drop some mysis flakes and see if you dig? Right there. In the corner, baby. The mysis flakes. The ones you just got yesterday. Yes, the ones that say mysis flakes on them.
It's just weird to hear the term mysis flakes.
Right. It's a little weird.
Like mysis are like little food, like food, you know.
Hey, buddy.
Yes, in my wife's defense, she did start heading towards the freezer.
What?
She did start heading towards the freezer where the actual mysis is. Mysis is? Mysis is. That's when Michael Jordan feeds Scottie Pippen's fish. He feeds him mysis.
Ah. Look at the camera, I just accidentally kicked it.
What?
The camera, is it straight?
Good enough.
I accidentally kicked it, I'm sorry.
I think you might have improved it.
Took a nip at a flake. Took a nip at a flake.
Oh, good. So, when trying to revive a starving fish, it's okay to offer food. You just want to be careful after about 3 hours. Make sure you go in there and siphon all that food out before it starts rotting. Treat rehydrated fish. So dehydrated fish pellets are fish, but they're dehydrated, so they don't rot. When you rehydrate them, that means you get them wet. You need to consider them just like you would fresh fish, sitting out at room temperature. So, some more exciting news. We just ordered some fish.
Yes. We did.
After this shit, we should have just went and found the tank up there. I mean, now we don't really need to have made that order. We just have the extra stuff with it. It's all good though. Now we'll have a yellow tang and a convict tang.
Can they go together?
No.
So which is going where?
Yellow tang's gonna go with mine. I'm assuming the convict tang is going to be even smaller. If the convict tang for any reason should be bigger, then it'll be switched. Whichever one is smaller is going to go in with Orihime, because I do not want to stress her out. It's already kind of a risk. But I'm torn between trying to grow out a tang and not stressing out my beautiful flame angelfish, because I have a fucking caliber problem, which, you know, I'm sure many experienced reefers saw that coming. I saw it coming too, but, well, this past fucking year has been kind of hell for me, so I wasn't able to keep up with it like I had planned in the beginning, when it could have been a manageable thing to do. Still not a good idea, but a manageable thing. So how's it going, Neville? What you think of the new fishy?
I wish you would have seen
I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen.
I wish you would have seen my little short. It's like, I think it's less than 2 minutes, but it has an ad.
Cool.
Yeah, we need to be really careful. Tangs are more permanent if than any other fish in here.
What I'm gonna do basically is lower him down. Just basically lower the salinity, try to fatten him up as I lower the salinity, and that should get rid of any ick.
I don't think that you're going to have a problem really stressing Orihime out because Larry's so tiny. I think if Larry were bigger, we might have that issue, but they're about the same size.
Yeah, but I'm hoping the convict tang is smaller than Orihime.
Oh, that's why the convict's going.
Yeah, preferably the convict tang will go in the
Well,
top
it's
breed.
supposed to be a tiny one that we're getting.
Now, Mayan guys aren't going to give a shit about a yellow tang. I mean, they just probably won't even pay her any attention. Completely different shaped fish, completely different feeding zone, kind of. She's so happy. seriously. You'll be proud of me.
I got stressed out from the drive home in the traffic.
We did not give up. We took apart my light cover with the reflector in it, and then it didn't fit.
Oh yeah,
So we hauled ass out to the front porch and cut the fucking wood.
I saw the wood shavings.
Still managed to get the 5-gallon cleaned out. I can't wait to get that little Tang all fattened up. Look at him just swimming back and forth. He needs more room, huh? It's okay. You'll have some nice long tanks to swim in soon. He's a good fit for a 29-gallon at that size. But growing another 2 inches is about all you can really plan for. After it's about 2 inches bigger than that, I'm going to have to start looking for another home for it. But in the meantime, woo, algae control.
Instead of, you guys did good. He's a little stressed out from the move, but
All right.
she's like, he's not eating. I'm like, he's not going to yet. You need to like let the temperature warm back up and you know, let him get comfortable. And shouldn't she actually?
He ate plenty this morning, Katrina. His belly was nice and full.
Shouldn't she like kind of try to block out the light to let him get comfortable?
That's not necessary. When we're done with the video, you can take the cardboard screen and put it around his tank just so he'll be a little more relaxed. Once again, I forgot to put some sort of a hiding place in there before I put the fish in.
You can put one of them things like we got for Squirmy.
It's too small. I have to go get a bigger piece of PVC from Home Depot. I mean, it's not really necessary in the small size of that tank. Although, I might find a pot with some algae on it. Put that in there. Mr. Conway, how are you, sir?
Howdy, Sean.
Larry, come get some pellets, man. Larry. Larry, come get some pellets. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey. Come get some pellets. great. Come get some plates, man.
Apparently convict tangs do really well with other fish, and they're very non-aggressive.
Right.
They had a fox face. They had a fox face up there. I've got it on video on the little promo.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually looked great. I mean, he probably a little on the skinny side, but didn't look too bad.
Yeah, see, a tang this size, PETCO really doesn't feed their fish often enough, just as a matter of regular practice, for a growing, juvenile fish. They need to be fed up to 5 times a day, or at least 5 times a day, really. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Not showing any signs of shock from the move.
I took it real easy, especially with the traffic. Very little bumping around aside from the general, car.
We've got food offered in there. I can't tell if he's eaten any of it. He seems fascinated by the shiny bottom of the tank.
Ooh! Wait, what was the yellow tang in Finding Nemo? The one with the bubbles? My bubbles. You remember?
Right. No, our yellow tang is not a dumbass. We can name it that. We could be needlessly racist and name it Chuck Schumer or Jon Stewart. We could name it Putin. He's got that long. It's not really a Jew nose, is it? People say it's a Jew nose. It's not a Jew nose. It's a yellow tang nose. See? I could name the yellow tang Jon Stewart. I like Chuck Schumer and all, but he's no Jon Stewart.
Tangs are safe with flame angels.
Yeah, generally speaking. Seems like he's looking around for a rock with algae on it. I hope he figures out that Calerpa soon.
You can always get a rock with algae and wrap some Calerpa around it.
Handle that.
What about the one from the bedroom?
Speak up. Transfer. Mixed up seawater back into my reef system. feel like I'm missing a hose. I mean, a hose. Should have seen the look on my wife's face.
I'm learning about the fish, I'm sorry.
Oh, she's doing her research. So let's see here. That fish tank is only about 8 inches wide side to side from where you're looking. So he can't be but 3 inches long. Maybe. Sheesh, more like 2.5.
Huh. So apparently if you're going to add one of the convict tangs to a bunch of other tangs, you got to add the convict tang to the tank first.
Huh.
But that's just with other tanks.
Okay.
Convict tangs will ignore other fish, even small peaceful fish. The only exception are assessors.
It's killing me. It's either the grunt that looks like it or something. Like putting a hot fish thing. I've never seen it with fucking assessor. Huh. It's a sea bass. I was way off.
There's a blue one that's really pretty.
That is seldom seen, virtually unknown. How about that? Really pretty.
I'm always attracted to the crap that's either like $1,000 or like nobody ever sees it ever.
And if they did, it would be $1,000.
And yeah, if they did, it would be $1,000+. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm attracted to the bright and shiny. I'm like a fucking raccoon or a ferret.
I'm attracted to the ones that people have been keeping since the 80s because they do well. Well, except for the ones that don't, you know, but like, you know. Hey, that one's a fish that doesn't do well. People still sell it. How about that?
So we got that's the one.
So, coming in, we have a convict tang.
Also known as a convict surgeonfish.
Yes. We have a Australian Duncan coral, which is exciting. And we have a Picasso trigger, or Huma Huma trigger. But technically Huma Huma isn't right. It's a Huma 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 Huma.
Or a white banded triggerfish.
As opposed to the Huma Huma Pahua. Wait. Huma Huma Pahuma Pua. Which is the that other one that you like. And the Asian fish store fishing pet.
Kua Pua.
Yeah, there you go.
Humu Humu Nukun Ukua Pua. Pua There's 2 A's.
Kyohi. Gesundheit.
Kunu Kuapua. Kuapua.
God
Kunu
bless you.
Kuapua. Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to say this. Kunu Kuapua. Kuapua. Kuapua.
So yes, very, very, very exciting. It's such just tedious stress looking at him in the pathetical quarantine tank, knowing that like he would just love it, just love it in one of these other tanks.
What happens if you just give a fish an ick treatment just like as a precaution? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Maybe cut down on the quarantine time by just going ahead and treating for ick just in case.
Yeah, I mean, some people do dips.
Yeah, that's something we've done before.
I'm considering it just so it can graze. It looks like it wants to graze.
Oh.
If any fish experts happen to be on, what's your opinion?
Did you know that the Picasso triggerfish is the state fish of Hawaii?
Cool. I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't name it Pete the Seventh then.
What should we name it?
Barry.
Barry. Larry and Barry.
Larry and Barry.
Well, then we gotta name
I didn't do that on purpose.
Then we gotta name the convict Harry.
No, he'll be in the other tank. He can have a bleach name. Tatsuki. Oh, no, we already have a Tatsuki. She's black and white too.
Well, is it gonna be a boy or a girl? Did it start out boys or hold on? I was like learning about this. It may eat smaller fish.
What?
Can be peaceful if given a large tank and should get along with larger marine specimens. It may eat smaller fish.
Oh, Picasso trigger? Okay, yeah. It's a triggerfish. What do you expect? It may bite a fish's tail off and then take its eyes and then slowly nip it apart fin by fin just for fun.
Breeding.
It's a triggerfish.
Breeding. One male will serve multiple females. The female will guard the eggs until they hatch. In the wild, once they hatch, they are on their own. To our knowledge, these have not been tank raised yet.
What, Picassos? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see challenge.
No, that's been
I know, one
my
of the
pet
plans.
projects right there.
I just didn't realize that it hadn't
triggerfish
been
breeding.
done yet. I thought it was like hard to do, but I didn't think.
They are such a good, like borderline nano fish. I have had one, for like 5 years at a time, I think. I've had many different Picasso triggerfish, but I've kept them quite happily in 29-gallon tanks. Get them when they're little tiny quarter-sized fish. Keep them for years. And, as far as getting too big for the tank, when the tank starts getting hard to keep clean, then you might want to consider adding a sump or upgrading capacity. You can move it to a bigger tank. But on its own, or as the boss of a tank, give them some damsels to chase around. See, now there's your good use for damsels. Keep a triggerfish company. Alright.
Ooh. They live peacefully with small pufferfish.
Picasso's? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The
A
Humu
Picasso
trigger.
and a puffer is a great fit for like a 120 gallon. We're trying to stave off on laundry until this guy settles in a little more.
Which really kind of sucks because we have a shit ton of laundry. So here's something else. See, I'm also reading this because, like, I think this is fun facts for, our audience to know.
Yeah.
The Humu triggerfish is often referred to as the closest thing to a dog in the fish world.
Yeah, that's what that's
what you were telling me last night, so maybe you can tell them about that.
It's like having a puppy fish. They come up to the top of the tank, and they're always saying hello to you. They're always looking at you when you're around the tank.
Will learn to associate you with feedings and can be trained to eat from your hand.
Oh, yes. You can feed him silver sides from your hand. You can feed him a big old frozen piece of brine shrimp, and he'll like take it from you and go to town.
Oh, I want to learn to hand feed them.
And they will stick their face out of the water, looking at you, trying to get you to feed them.
Oh.
Never had one jump.
To maintain body weight of this fish, it is recommended to feed 2 or 3 times daily.
Yeah. If you don't feed them at least twice a day, they're going to start nipping at your sponges and corals and shit. You don't want to have them with any kind of acro or bird's nest, because they will just use that to sharpen their teeth on. Like, they just go and just nip off the fucking head. Or just decide, hey, that's in my way, and just break it and fucking...
It can blow jets of water from its mouth.
Yep. A Picasso can squirt water out at you.
That is fucking awesome. Why have we not gotten one before now?
What they do, the reason why is because in the wild they feed off of sea urchins.
Yeah,
so what they'll
I
do is
read
they'll
that.
blow the sea urchin on its back so they can get to the bottom of it.
Oh, just so you know, they're pretty cheap. The sea urchins are pretty cheap at Petco. Just for future reference.
Yeah, I don't like sea urchins.
They're weird.
Well, it's not that they're
Ooh, they eat
weird
detritus?
per se, but yeah, sea urchins eat detritus and algae.
No, the triggerfish. Triggerfish can often be seen spitting sand from their mouths in order to sift through the material in search of edible detritus or organisms.
Yeah, they eat bristleworms and shit right out of the sand. So in Maya's tank, which is a 29-gallon, and this is just going to be an 1.5-inch long fish. This is going to be a tiny little triggerfish. To go with this little yellow tang. Unexpected yellow tang. In Maya's tank, I have, let's see, a couple of different button polyps, some pallies, Haliophilia, and we got some Kenya trees, and some mushrooms, or one mushroom actually. And other than that, just yellow sponges, coralline algae, and a bunch of colourba.
So, like, is it going to have all of the markings already?
Picasso?
Being this tiny and everything?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll just be like that size. Like, I've seen them that size. Yeah.
That is
Oh,
too
he's
cute.
underfed.
Yeah, but like the cuteness of the video.
You do. I've never seen an octopus like that really CGI.
It looks like it's glass blind.
Yeah. She's looking at pictures of stuff on her phone. Sorry, yo.
Sorry, I was learning about, like, I wanted to see, because, like, some fish look totally different as adolescents, and then they completely change and look completely different as adults, so I was wondering if this was one. Being that it's going to be so tiny. Oh, I'm sorry I keep coughing. I have, like, this chest congestion crap going on. That sucks.
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, me too, but I'm going to start doing the next one.
Leftover chicken.
I pulled that out last night to cook, and didn't. Man, it has a lot of different names. Black bar trigger, white bar trigger, white banded trigger, baboon trigger, reef trigger, Hawaiian trigger, huma huma trigger. Good lord. Just pick a name.
It's a fucking Picasso trigger.
I want to learn to hand
You got the Hawaiian name and you got that name. Okay, so either pronounce the huma huma or Picasso.
Are you gonna let me learn how to feed it by hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Alright, well I guess I'll just put some music on a loop. And y'all can come back and check in on them whenever you want to.
Deep inside in my heart, I know it's coming oh so soon. But I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back, get back, get back, get back? I know you coming through, you're trying, oh you're trying to get me, you're trying too hard. I'm going, baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this, yeah, 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 yeah. baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's coming oh so soon, but I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back, get back, get back, get back? I know you coming through, you're trying, oh you're trying to get me, you're trying too hard. I'm going, baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this. baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see God's souls lost and weak. You know, I know it's all gone away. I feel something yesterday, but it's taken so far away. I know, I know, I know, I know. It's coming so soon. Feel it inside in my heart drive. I know it's coming oh so soon. But I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back? I know you coming through. You're trying. Oh, you're trying to get me I feel something yesterday, but it's taken so far away. I know, it's coming so soon. Feel it inside in my heart drive. I know it's coming oh so soon. But I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back? I know you coming through. You're trying to get me. You're trying too hard. I'm going, baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this. Yeah. It's all gone away. I feel something yesterday, but it's taken so far away. I know it's coming so soon. It's coming oh so soon. But I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back, get back, get back, get back? I know you coming through, you're trying, oh you're trying to get me, you're trying too hard. I'm going, baby, I'm going too far. I want something better than this, yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, it looks like he's calmed down some. That's good.
I'm one of the places that are optimistic.
Oh, YouTube finally decided to start working.
You know, you didn't like black people getting rights. I'm one of the places that are optimistic, diverse, dynamic, moving forward, and his whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards. You know, you didn't like black people getting rights, you don't like women, getting jobs, you don't want to, see that Indian American succeeding more than you are. Whatever your problem is, I'm going to solve it.
There's Hillary Clinton back in the news this week with that analysis of her loss, taking some heat for fellow Dems for that. We're joined now by one of the Democrats eyeing the nomination.
For saying the fucking truth? God, that's so fucking tedious.
For joining us this morning.
Alright, so this is interview with Mitch Landrieu. Mary Landrieu's brother, who's the mayor of New Orleans.
White people in rural America feel alienated. African Americans in urban areas feel alienated. People just feel distended from each other. And I think the bigger point is how to find common ground. And that's true whether you're sitting in the White House or whether you're sitting in the State House, whether you're the mayor, whether you're the head of a community organization. I think you feel that angst in the country right now.
You speak to an underlying angst in the country that is so true, so out there. It seems like our elections are going in exactly the opposite direction, simply mobilizing the most partisan voices on either side.
Well, I don't want to make you older than you are, but you remember back as far as all the way back to President Nixon, all the way to today, and the world has somewhat changed. In the South, we have what we call blue dog Democrats, which are basically very moderate individuals, and you can see right now that only the extremes are getting elected in the country. And there's a big fight going on in both parties, quite frankly, about the left, the middle, and the right of their parties. And so I think a lot of us who are just interested in getting things done on whatever level you are, interested in trying to find common ground and making things happen, which is why being the mayor of the great city of New Orleans for the last year has been, so incredible, because we're not ideologically bent. We find a way, we make one. Most of the things that people are talking about in Washington and folks on the street when they're at the grocery store, at the ballpark, where their kids are really not talking about, they can't really kind of figure out why something constructive can't happen.
But that doesn't mean backing away from tough issues, and this gets into the subject of your book in the shadow statues. Of course, you brought down those Confederate statues in New Orleans. And in the book, you write something provocative. You say, when I look back today, David Duke's demagoguery stands like a dress rehearsal for the rise of Donald Trump. While he may not have worn a hood or a swastika, Trump's rhetoric and actions during his 2016 presidential campaign were shockingly similar to the tactics deployed by Duke in 1989. We are seeing such fire around the issue of race.
Well, a couple things. First of all, you said, you don't run away from the issues. Actually, what you have to do is run to the tough issues in order to find common ground. You don't find common ground by running away from them and not confronting the difficulties that you have. As a matter of fact, it's one of the problems that people have in the country with politics today is we actually run away from the tough issues. You have to trust in the people that you work with enough to know that if you can call the question on things that are hard for us, that we can actually figure it out. As a matter of fact, I know we all say the country's so divided. They are when you're talking about Washington, but really on the streets of America every day, African Americans, white, Hispanic people, rural and urban, are working together, living together, praying together every day. So we can figure out a way to get from where we are right now to where we need to be now. I think it would be less than genuine to say that we're not having a moment where we're allowing the darker angels among us to control what it is that we talk about.
Trump is playing.
Well, I can say this. I made an observation, not an accusation, that what happened in Louisiana when David Duke was there is fairly similar to what we're seeing there, where people are speaking in coded language. They are beginning to judge people based on race, creed, color, sexual orientation, and not on their behavior. And of course, you see that pattern. The thing that so alarmed me about some of the incidents surrounding the taking down of the statutes was somehow this false equivocation between white supremacy and not. And there are bounds in which we can argue, from all the way to conservative, liberal. One thing that we cannot countenance in this country is the rise of white supremacy. It needs to be called out. It needs to be focused on. Slavery was our original sin. The Civil War was fought about that. And we have to be really clear that whether you're on the left, the middle, or the right, there's a place that we will not go. And I just don't want to go back there. I saw that in Louisiana when David Duke got 2 out of every 3 white votes. Some of the same language is being used. It's coded. You have to call it out, focus on it, and then get us back to the normal fights that we have in democracy about whatever theory of governing you may have.
And that's what I want to get to. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself. We're still a couple of years out, not too early to plan. When you think about the prospect of maybe running for president, what is the big problem you as a Democrat think needs to be fixed?
President
I'm not
Landry.
thinking about that.
I like
Other
that.
people have talked about that, and it's, I mean, honestly, it's very flattering to think about it, but I don't really see that happening as it relates to me. And I would say this to the people of America. We shouldn't just wait on whoever the president is to fix our problem. 320 million Americans did something really kind to each other every day and just kind of push back on all the nastiness. We can move the country fairly quickly in a whole lot of different ways, and there's tons of stuff going on in the local areas. But it is clear to me that we have to get back to being respectful, being civil, to seeing each other and judging each other based on our behavior, not race, not creed, not class, not sexual orientation, not necessarily what country we come from.
Judge them by their
We're being
works.
too loose with that right now.
Sounds
We have to
familiar.
be more disciplined in our focus on civility, because this is the greatest country that ever was. And it will be the greatest country in coming. And we have what it is to make sure that everybody is fine. But you have to purposefully try to find common ground. It's a mission that we all have to accept together.
What you write about in this book. Look forward to reading it. Mary Landry, thanks for joining. Thank you very much.
Familiar sounding lecture in general, I think. What do you think? Judge them by their works, find common ground. Yep, that's much the shit that I keep going back to. Oh, such a big shock that Putin got reelected. Those results are in, by the way. I wonder what language this is in.
В самій Росії тим часом імітація
Not English. Salisbury spy toxin. Sounds like some kind of risky steak. Hundreds flee Australian bushfire. I hope that's nowhere near Melbourne. Is that why I had to go? Oh shit. I would have watched the yellow tang, but there's a big fucking fire coming, so I gotta go. Rand Paul says he's going to be blocking Trump's new nominees for the positions that he recently fired the fucking people at. Oh, good. You can always count on Rand Paul to just be an unexpected prick when an unexpected prick is needed. You know? I think he just sits around and contemplates. What is nobody else being an asshole about? I'm going to be an asshole about that. I'm an asshole. I'm unique. I'm a unique asshole. Leo, 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 Leo. Putin seeks a tighter grip on power. You know something's fucked up because now they got the bald eagle camera. Y'all seen this shit? The bald eagle camera. A bald eagle is going to be born. Shit that happens all the time. Probably happens on camera a lot. But apparently there's bald eagle hatching in DC. And they're trying to get as many people to watch that and not other things. You know, important things. Kind of like the fucking baby giraffe. Oh. The American election was just stolen. But hey, look, everybody, look, there's a fucking baby giraffe. So now, Trump's lawyers are openly trying to pressure Jeff Sessions into firing Mueller. And, oh look, there's an eagle hatching. Just to try to get less people to notice. Just to try to get less people to care. So fucking blatant. And they're going to suppress the view count on it. Just to make it look like less people are actually watching it than they are. So to cover up the effectiveness of what they're doing.
I see dark souls lost and weak. You know, I know it's all gone away. I feel something yesterday, but it's taken so far away. I know, it's coming so soon. Feel it inside in my heart drive. I know it's coming oh so soon. But I try to find a way to get away from here. I know why can't I get back? I know you coming through. You're trying. Oh, you're trying to get me. You're trying too hard. I'm going, baby. I'm going too far. I want something better than this. Yeah.
Alright, you're watching the Lost Begotten channel here on Fake TV. And as you can see, we have a happy little future male, I think. Yellow Tang, also known as a sea chicken. Just kidding.
Shut up.
Well, the reason why I think this guy is a good candidate for malehood is because in this species, unlike a lot of marine species, the male is in fact dominant. And look at this guy. He's kind of got some confidence to him. Now, it's my understanding that the males are the less common ones, and that more often you see females. And, well, more often you see chickens. You see little scaredy cat tangs. They really are very skittish little shy guys. But every now and again somebody gets a male, I think. And that's the one that lurks around with the confidence the way this one's doing.
He came up to me with the sword in the tank.
He's already ready to find himself a territory. He wants to set himself up a fully functioning layer. Oh yeah. You know, it has been far too long since we watched the movie Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, party on, excellent.
So, this is Big Bird's cousin, Larry. I think is the name we're going to go with. And he might wind up in quarantine with a Picasso triggerfish who's going to be named Barry. It'll be Barry and Larry. Because, you know, Picasso triggerfish is the state fish of Hawaii. And our most recent legitimate president was also from Hawaii. So we're going to name him after the president. Barry. So it'll be Barry and Larry. Larry is...
Wait, so Pete's gonna be Barry?
Larry is Big Bird's cousin, named after a cucumber.
Wait.
What?
Pete's gonna be Barry?
Yes. Or we can call him Pete Obama. Pete Obama. No. It just sounds like you're permanently affixing Obama with Trump's legacy, and that's just not right. The Pete thing. Can't go with it. We could name it we could name it Stormy, and that could be its theme song. Pete on Donald. Pete on Donald. Pete Donald. Pete Donald. That bitch pissed on Donald. And he liked it. And he liked it. And he liked it. And he liked it. And he tried to pay her off. Tell you what, there was once an actual girl from Louisiana whose actual name was Stormy, and she was actually pretty. She did not have, how would you describe those things? Watermelons that sat out in the sun too long. Nor did she have an Adam's apple. If I'm not mistaken, she dropped out to become a professional model, as opposed to dropping out to become a porn star. Because her name was actually Stormy, and she was actually pretty. Trump just fucking sees large round objects and feels happy. I don't know.
I don't think there's a pattern. It's just weird.
I mean, that's why he likes Putin so much. His head is just like a tit, a large round object. Oh. I just saw two Porsche Cup cars crash into a wall together. Wow, that guy just wasted a whole lot of track. Y'all are watching the Yellow Tang, I'm watching a race. It's about time to siphon out that old food in there. Alright, let's change up the music and put that back on while I go and clean up the poo. I used to call this one my one.
And I can't understand how you can feel this way. And I can't understand how you could force yourself to stay. And I can't understand how you could call yourself his wife. And I can't understand, 'cause I've waited my whole life for you. Sometimes I feel so fucking stupid for having wasted so much time hanging on to just one person to give meaning to my life. And I can't understand how you can make me feel so cheap. And I wish that you'd just listen instead of calling me a creep. And I can't understand how the shit could take so long. And I can't understand how I'm confusing right from wrong. And I can't understand how I'm supposed to keep my mind. And I can't understand why I've wasted so much time on you. And now I know you're out there somewhere, just living out your life. I mean, how long could it take you to see something right? And I can't understand how you could expect to be so slow. And I hope you feel what I feel every time you hear this song. I want to make you understand. It happened like we always planned. No, I should be with you, my friend, living out the life of chance. There ain't no chance tonight. There ain't no chance tonight. And I can't understand how you can leave me thinking you hate me. And I can't understand why now I feel as though you're rude to me. And I can't understand how long could it take me. And I can't understand why I don't deserve for you to love me. I want to make you understand. It happened like we always planned. I know I should be with you, my friend, living
It sounds like a 3-door down song.
It kind of does, yeah. There's a similar one 3 doors down. Like, similar
sorry.
I
I can't even remember whether or not the 3 Doors Down had come out yet. I don't know if that one was a pretty early one.
And you're right there.
I need pulled in late 5-ish.
Yeah, 3 doors down is not that bad early.
Most of the songs I wrote were about 19. Well, at the time. Anyway. So I put a rock with some Calerpa prolifera or Mexicana. One of the two. Not really sure which anymore. And some little yellow sponge. It looked like a little bit of green, but probably coralline algae on it. And I'm hoping he'll go to town on the yellow sponge. Yellow sponge, yellow tang. You know why they're yellow? They eat yellow sponge. I'm kidding.
They're not flamingos, sweetie.
They're not flamingos? Yeah, obviously, if it was a flamingo, I would name it Steve. What? Alright, come on, man. Just tear up the fucking sponge. You know you want it. Tear up that Calerpa shit. Unless some nice, soft, tender roots exposed for you. I'm really not sure whether or not he's gone after any of those pellets. But to me, he looks like he's doing much better since he got in. He sure don't look like he's gotten any skinnier. But I tell you what I thought at first was a bone line, that's actually a white marking right along the middle of him.
That's not a bone line.
No? That's a nice distinctive look there. He certainly looks like a proper wild caught fish. They look just curious as hell about everything around them. Taking their sweet ass time absorbing every detail about it. Just always watchful and wary. That's a sign of a wild fish. You'll even see that trait in Percula. Tank raised Percula. Go in its anemone or in its corner by its power head or whatever. Do its little thing. A wild caught clownfish, especially the dominant one, it'll go to its anemone and then it'll just hover right above it. Keep watch. It'll always just be looking one way and going looking another way. Then go back to the anemone and going back up. One way, the other way. Go back to the anemone. It's a scary sniff snuggle, basically. Instead of scary sniff fletch. So, if you're just joining us recently, we are looking at a 5-gallon, or 5.5 gallon, 5.5 gallon, so 8.5 inches wide. Yeah. It's actually not as reflective for him. It's a white paper on the bottom. So it looks like he's looking at his reflection. He's actually looking at the light down there, and he's looking for algae to be growing. Which means he's probably recently been kept in some glass bottom holding tanks where algae was growing on the bottom. But he was at PETCO for a week, and the guy who worked there said he was about to go ahead and take him home because he was just getting skinny. And hopefully we will get him to eat here, even if it takes fucking romaine lettuce, spirulina, yeah, they probably just been lobbing brine shrimp at him. That's just what they do. Oh, it's a fucking clownfish, give it brine shrimp. Oh, it's a fucking angelfish, give it brine shrimp. Oh, it's a tang, give it brine shrimp. It's a fucking... the lionfish, we're just not gonna feed it. They get their bulk frozen brine shrimp there. And they pretty much use that as their default feeding. It's just not very nutritious, but it gets the fish eating, and usually eating to where the customers can see them eating. Fish won't take the brine shrimp, you're pretty much in bad shape, because brine shrimp is like crack for most fish. You can actually spoil a fish on brine shrimp, and then he won't fucking eat regular healthy food. It's kind of like you spoil a fish, feed a kid a bunch of chocolate cake, and then try to get it to eat fucking, an omelet or something. Like, I thought we were having chocolate cake for breakfast. I fucking eat eggs. You need, like, the flour and the milk and shit. I had to go gorilla up in this bitch because I don't see no cocoa. That almost made sense. I just was not planning on getting a yellow tang. But I am falling in love with this fish. This is such a cute little fish. 8.5 inches wide, side to side. The whole view right there, where he's at. So he is barely more than 2 inches long. Just a tiny little guy. Typically the ones that you see on YouTube in most people's tanks are between 5 and 8 inches long. So, when you see the height of that fish, it's a pretty substantial size fish overall at 8 inches long. Certainly would be way too big to even hold in that tank. It'd be like the size of the bag you'd transport them. sitting there looking at an icon. It says Sebring 2017 Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge. And I'm looking at the icon, and I see the Porsche, and then I see this car in front of them, and it's yellow and black and looks like one of the fucking C5 Corvettes. C6 Corvettes. C7? The fuck are they out? What are they to now? C25 Corvette. A C Infinity R Corvette. The yellow Le Mans livery. Like looking back and forth. Like, wait, it's the Corvette. Porsche GT3 Cup. Corvette. Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge. No, it's a fucking Porsche that's painted just like the fucking Corvette. I was confused. My wife is rolling her eyes at me and sighing.
No, I'm not cooking dinner.
I see bread. We got cheese.
I don't know, probably not at this point.
Fucking grilled cheese. Got done filled up on fried chicken last night and for lunch today. Would love that chicken from Popeyes.
There's some macaroni and cheese and cooked up meat and macaroni and cheese in it and cheeseburger macaroni.
I just like overate, so I'm good.
Unfortunately, you have to keep feeding them, or they cart you off to jail.
Yeah. They're like clownfish. You gotta feed them so they grow and they get their stripes. Alright. So, I guess I'll put the next cheesy song on.
Gave wings to a crippled bird. Glaring eyes, spoiled demise, in the made of world he dies. A thousand tears for my love, a thousand tears for my hate, millions more with your blood red, this pain that I can't take. Thousand tears for my love, thousand tears for my hate, millions more with your blood red, this love no one else can take.
So, it looks like David Pakman got a mail from the, like, same fucking special people that like to troll me when he does his hatred mail thing, comment or whatever. But, I might ask if Dave will let me listen to his broadcasts, or listen to his news clips while we do these kind of streams, just for discussion and stuff. But oh, he's put it up there. I'll go ahead and read it for you. The reason, and just the reason why I just enjoy this particular type of speciality, because of the way the word "your" is spelled.
What else he's going to say?
You're a moron. I've been told you're a moron, you're an idiot, and especially over and over again, you're not Jesus. As if I had played to be. Just had to take a sip of tea from my big giant bag from Popeyes. Like a bag of tea. I still don't really get that. You're spelled Y-O-U-R. You're a moron. You're a moron has expired. Your subscription to moronhood? No. You're a moron. It's supposed to be spelled Y-O-U-R-E with a little tiny thing called an apostrophe. And you know, even if you just don't feel like hitting the shift button, put the fucking E on the end of it so you at least acknowledge that you know what fucking words you're using. You're is a possessive. It's a word all on its own. Your, as in you are for short, that's a contraction. That's like two words. They're friends. They go together like a doo-wop, doo-wop, dab, doo-dop. Clang, 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 shibop. You need to learn how to fucking spell. Wow. Yeah. And that's the second Greek reference in this one broadcast. So, anyway. You're a moron, Dave. An uneducated, ideologically possessed fool. Possessed fool. Excuse me. Not quite possessed, but a possessed fool. See that? Period. Who has no place spreading lies about those things you disagree with? Wait, what? Question mark? Okay, so hyphen and one S, full comma, lowercase who. I'm confused. Is that a question?
I know.
Oh.
I can't even look at it anymore. My brain's going to stage.
Oh, God. There is nothing wrong with being proud of your white. What? Period. That's a sentence. Like, he just goes on from there. There is nothing wrong with being proud of your whites. Like, I use Tide with Bleach Alternative. It makes my whites whiter. I'm proud of my whites. Like Rashida Uri from Bleach. He's proud of his whites too. Because he's a Quincy. And they wear white robes. He's kind of gay. Anyway. Please. Oh, the special hood. The special hood abounds. Oh, it gets even better. Oh, God, it actually does really get even, like, worse and better all at the same time. Oh, God. Please, comma, like, lowercase, Africa, have, oh, God, okay, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to push through and not correct anything. Please, like Africa, have some of the lowest IQ averages in the world. So does he mean to say Africans or Africa has? Africans have. Africa has sent many people here who passed 8th grade English. What? And please, comma, like Africa have. Period. And like, comma, if you want to be a little valley girl. I know, I do too sometimes. It's the plaid skirt I wear. What? The stream is continuing. Something is wrong with the streams. Gone wrong. It says stream resumed. Is it fucking streaming or isn't it? But anyways, yeah. Oh, there it goes. All right. Whatever. Well, I don't see any weird processes running, so I guess it's another interrupted cyber war. Or should I say cyber battles? Cyber battles happen all the time. We don't even know it. But anyway. What song you want to hear, Murphy?
I just like her really recently.
I call out to thee to meet your doom. All those who've cried, who spoke too soon, I'll pick the best one and set you free. I can give you more if you stay with me. How I long for the other piece. You unperfect soul, you demon of old. Will I sort out my life? Will I ever be whole? I need you one less than the one who made me. That love so just farther than a man could ever see. How I long for the other piece. The other piece. How I long for the other piece. How I crave your soul. How I died out without you to get the this partnership to strengthen my soul. I fear I have failed you for becoming this goal. I will go on fighting no matter what told. I'll be tricked and teased, but I will not be sold. How I long for the other piece. I don't know as the feelings swirl round in an ocean of tears. I fear I will drown. The strength that should be found in the Holy of Souls I can no longer gather, but forgive me my Lord, for I long for the other piece. I need only one thing to stop this leak. I feel guilty for asking, but my heart must speak. And I try to move fast, gasping for strength. The world comes to laugh at the divided team. Now I long for the other piece. Crave the other piece. Now I long for the other piece. How I crave your soul. How I die now without you. The way should be home. This one feeling just for me, it's costing my life. Please grant me my destiny. Please give me my wife. God, give me this partnership to strengthen my soul. I fear I have failed you for becoming this goal. I will go on fighting no matter what though. I'm tricked and teased, but I will not be sold. I long for the other piece.
Well, I guess I'm going to end it there, folks. He looks like he's doing pretty good, and next time we are going to make some changes, or when some more fish get in, I'll do another stream. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. See y'all some more. Peace.
I know in my heart, and baby, down in my soul. You, baby, you can't take it no more. No, I know I'm walking out that door, the way you treated me too many times before. Don't you know you love them, baby, too? Oh, you know I want you there, I wanna be right there with you. I know I gotta keep you by my side till the day I die. 'Cause baby, ecstasy is in my hand. Oh, when I'm holding yours in mine and walking in the sand. Oh, baby, you know it's fine. Oh, now you done and piss me off. You ain't done something you shouldn't have done. Baby, I'm mad. I'm going on. Oh, I'm going on.